If you're stuck on your healing path, this is for you. Hello people, welcome back to my channel. Apologies for how I look right now, but I just came freshly from the shower and felt the need to record this video right now because the message is so strong. So if you are stuck somewhere on your healing path and you're watching a lot of YouTube videos or doing some courses, doing all these things, and you know, you don't really feel like things are changing, or you have this big desire to move or take action, but you're not getting yourself to do that, here is what is going to change a lot for you, hopefully. That's what changed a lot for me and my clients, so that's why I find it so important to share that with you. When we are doing the inner work, that's all great, that's all good, but people can really get stuck in, you know, the wound and the pain and what is not going well and what didn't work out in the past and what we didn't have as children and what we don't have now, right? So we're sort of like sitting in realizations. Maybe you have a lot of realizations and maybe you are learning to see your wounds and your patterns really clearly. And what now, right? Like, okay, what do I do with this? So first of all, cognitively understanding is only one part of the equation. The second part is really the emotional processing. And all those are important. Yet, the most important one is really taking action. And in order to take action, sometimes we feel okay, I'm aware of my wound, I'm aware of my patterns, I'm aware of what I don't have, what I really want, but we are not connecting to our desire of taking action, for example. A very broad example that I think a lot of people can identify with, this feeling of I'm not loved, or I'm not lovable, or I wasn't allowed to be myself and things like that. So that's an important realization for you to understand your pain point, right? But then it's also important that you flip it once you felt into it and you allowed yourself to feel through it. It's important to flip it and realize, oh, but I really want to express myself. I'm really this and I'm really that. And for example, if you always felt like you're different and you saw that in a negative light, or that was taught in some way to you that this is not all right, or you're not all right, you're not welcome, there's something wrong with you or something like that. If this is something that has been distilled into you, it's really important that you acknowledge that and then flip it and tell yourself, okay, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm not like everybody else, you know. Maybe that caused me pain in the past, but now I'm an adult. I can handle disappointment. It's good that I'm not like everybody else, especially in a world like full of AI, where sameness is just, you know, the name of the game and is only going to get more, things are going to get just more automated and more the same. We want to be human. We want to be different. We want to allow ourselves to be quirky and a little cringy and all those kind of things. I mean, I'm sitting here with the towel on my head, right? And I don't care because the message is more important than the freaking way I look. And it's just so important that you flip whatever you realize about yourself as a pain point, flip it into something positive, into something that is expansive inside of you. So let's do it right now. Take a deep breath. In through the nose, deep into the belly, out through the mouth. One more time, deep breath in and out. Third time is a charm. Deep breath in through your nose, deep into your body. And release. Very good. Now close your eyes unless you're driving or tending to any machinery. Then you don't do that now, you do it when you're back home. But if you're sitting in the room, on a chair, on the tram, whatever, close your eyes for a moment. Take another deep breath. And out. And just feel for a moment, what is a pain point that's really prevalent right now? That's on the surface. What do you believe about yourself? Is it, I'm not enough, I'm too much, I'm not lovable, I'm not normal? What is it? Take a moment here to anchor that. And if you can't find it right now, that's okay too. Take another deep breath and really breathe into that realization. Good. And now we want to flip it. Now we want to say, okay, but actually I want to be different. I want to be seen. I want to be loved. I'm a big lover. I want to be heard. What do you want? What is the flip side of it? What do you really, really, really want? If you're being honest to yourself. Because mostly when we feel, it's another common thing, that I'm not heard, I'm not seen, we have this big desire. You know, we put up all this suppression of our personality, of our soul, of our inner parts. We hold them all back because it doesn't feel safe to be fully ourselves. When actually all we want is exactly that. So maybe you want to be loved. Maybe you are so romantic, but you don't let yourself be. Maybe you are an artist, but you don't let yourself be. Maybe you love singing and dancing. Maybe you are a baker, but you think it's not modest to be in the spotlight. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel or social media or whatever. But you don't let yourself because you feel like you don't have anything to give. But actually, the truth is different. The truth is you're just afraid of what? If you admit that you are such a lover, you love romance, you love love, you want somebody who is texting you back and who's honest and who likes you, loves you the way you give love. You know, sometimes when we're just being really true and honest to what we desire and like really feel that desire and let that desire be bigger than our fear of disappointment, fear of rejection, then this makes all the difference. Because then we begin to move, we begin to feel again. And we need to start feeling the drive, not just the pain, but we need to feel the excitement again, the thing that makes you want to get up in the morning, the thing that makes you want to create. Because when we don't create, when we stop creating, when we're in this little fear mode bubble of, oh, I'm better, don't do anything wrong, so that I cannot get judged, that I cannot get rejected, that I cannot get insert whatever is your thing, we are not living, we're not alive. So we gotta flip it. And we gotta allow ourselves to make mistakes, be rejected, be disappointed, all those things. If you're not allowing yourself to feel these feelings, or in other words, if you're not creating capacity for those feelings, you cannot allow yourself to feel the joy and the ecstasy and all the positive things, right? Like it's a two-way street. So what I would recommend you is really connecting to what is my desire, and let that be bigger and let yourself focus on that rather than the fear of whatever. The fear of rejection, the fear of abandonment, the fear of disappointment. Don't let this be bigger than your zest for life, than your zest to create, to contribute, to make a difference. You got to really change your focus here. And when you change your focus to following your desire, that's when you actually come alive. That's what actually makes a complete difference, because you're driven by, your desire to live and not held back by the pain of the past, right? So if you feel like this is something you need actually a little bit of help with, I have a workshop for that coming up. So if you want to join, click the link below. We're going to go deep, we're going to excavate, we're going to get you moving. Okay, I'm sending you lots of love. You've got this. And comment below what your flip is. I want to read it. I want to see it. Lots of love. See you next time.